Hi guys, hope you're doing well. This is going to be a continuation of our study through the book of Revelation. We're going to be at chapter 10. If you like what you see, like and subscribe and share it with those who you think they can benefit from it and help them grow in their walk with the Lord. I mean, that's really what it's all about, is us trusting and walking with the Lord, not our own self and our own strength. In all my studies I go through is I trust the Lord to lead me. So that's really how I get it. So I don't always agree with some other people in some areas, but I don't hold myself to that standard of having to agree with other people. So it's as the Lord leads you in your study, and me in my study. Like I said, it may not be in total agreement, but as you go through it, have an open mind and listen and learn. Maybe who knows? Maybe it'll be a blessing to you. So anyway, we'll start off in chapter 10 is where we're going. This one is kind of short, so it probably won't take very long to go through this one. There's only 11 verses, and really when you read through it, it's kind of one continuous read, really, unlike others where you'll stop and you we can go over point by point. This one really is, it's kind of like as John's in heaven, there's an angel that comes to him, and he's presented with a small book. Well, that's kind of really the gist of the whole thing. So, um, it's really kind of short and sweet, really. So, we won't spend a lot of time probably in 10, but hey, it is worth going through, and then we'll get into 11. So we'll start here in 10. So anyway, I saw another strong angel coming down out of heaven, clothed with a cloud, and the rainbow was upon his head, and his face was like the sun, and his feet was like pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book, which was open. He placed his foot on the sea and his left on the land, and he cried out with a loud voice, as when a lion roars. And when he had cried out, the seven pillars of thunders uttered their voices. When the seven peals of thunder had spoken, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Seal up the thing which the seven pillars of thunder have spoken, and do not write them." Then the angel whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land lifted up his right hand to heaven, and he swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and the things in it, and the earth and the things in it, and the sea and the things in it, that they will be delayed no longer. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he is about to sound, then the mystery of God is finished, and as he preached to his servants, the prophets. Then the voice which I heard from heaven, I heard again speaking with me and saying, "Go, take the book which is open in the hand of the angel who stands on the sea and on the land." So I went to the angel, telling him to give me the little book, and he said to me, "Take it and eat it. It will make your stomach bitter, but your mouth it will be sweet as honey." I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it, and in my mouth it was sweet as honey. And when I had eaten it, my stomach was made bitter. And they said to me, "You must prophesy again concerning many peoples, nations, and tongues and kings." All right, that's it. That's the 11 verses of it. So it gives you this kind of heavenly presentation of some event that takes place. Um, how can or how is it we look at this one? Well, number one, it's an additional it's a small book of additional prophecies, obviously. Now we can see that for sure. We can see the mightiness of the angels and how powerful they are when they come down. Some people try to say it's Christ, but it doesn't say that, so you can't add that to it. Um, but if you look at that, what it clearly says is there's an additional set of prophecies, but it's not revealed to us that in this. It's not for us to add to it because it's sealed up. So what anybody says about this is just speculation. That's all it is. Some people will say with the angel with his foot on the land and the sea is making a declaration of the reestablishment of God's authority over the earth, and that the small book, which it says is what is that? Is it it's a, some people say it's a decree or of ownership of the earth or something. those are all speculations. We have no idea because it doesn't say. And, we really shouldn't operate in the realm of speculation. We can use our best judgment, but, we can say, well, I think that, or, it's possibly that. But if it doesn't, explicitly state it or implicitly it's there, in a strong way, then maybe, then we should try to leave it for God to reveal in His proper time. And that's what we should do, So we do see that what he's talking about here, take this and eat it, and it's basically a prophecy that he's going to have to speak the rest of the prophecy, and that's why he's eating it. And as he eats it, he says, that in your stomach it's going to be bitter, but in your mouth it's going to be sweet. It's going to. So I take from that the digestion of it is not going to be pleasant. So the saying of it may be wonderful, but the actual experience of it and going through it won't be pleasant. And I think that's what he's talking about with that. So as he takes this, the prophecy in of itself that he talks about from 11 on, maybe he's interwoven into that is some of that prophecy. But whatever it is, he's it's going to be pleasant in the saying, but horrible and unpleasant in the experience. So that's what I get out of that. So really, that is the gist of chapter 10. Like I said, it's short, it's sweet. There's really, it's just an interlude to, between 9 and 10, where you get into, you get into 11, where we get into the two prophets. So that's where we're really going to pick up at. So anyway, hopefully this one here is a blessing to you. We will go through the next one, and then we'll jump into 11, and then 12, and so forth. And from here on out, 11 on, it gets really deep, and it really gets into some deeper waters of what we consider, prophetic end times events and how that plays out, and really intriguing stuff to delve into. Like I said, 10 is important in its own right, but since it's sealed up, there's not a lot more you can really say about it other than we trust for the Lord's timing to reveal it in its time. So other than that, God bless, be safe, and I'll see you in this life. I'll see you in the kingdom come.